So the next step is teaching it SysMLv2, at least a very small subset, enough that we can try if it can represent the state machine that we have now in our proprietary language, because we don't want any proprietary language, into a standard language, right? Or even have this table input, right, which we have now. I provide a state machine table input, generate a SysMLv2 model out of that, right? So let's try to teach it the basic rules of state machines in V2 and the syntax and notation. And I use some very, it's very happy too that I'm going to teach it SysMLv2. That's good to know. So I provide some statements here, right? What are the keywords in terms of like the state def of a state machine, and in curly braces it's a specification, and the specification notation consists like of an entry state notation, of a state notation, how to specify transitions and events and so on. So I keep it rather superficial, right? I don't go into great detail just to see how much is needed, right? I could be, because I can iteratively define that, right? I just go as I just provide as much as needed, right? And it actually does a good job. It kind of splits up what I provided, how to specify initial state, how to define states, how to define transitions, and the specification. So now I'll ask it to, having that, also to add the conditional transition, and I provide some the rules for that, right? There's the if, a condition, and then, right? And it incorporates that into its knowledge. And based on that, let's rewrite the state machine of above with the 4 states. And actually, it does it, right? There are some little wrinkles, but overall, that we can iron out, but overall, not only translates it to V2 notation, it also provides an explanation of the model. And that's kind of very important, because there has been always a long-standing discussion, is the model itself enough, or do you need also an explanation of the model documentation? So here we get both, right? We provide a table format, a state machine in table format, ask it to translate to V2, and on top of that, it explains us what the model means, right? Based on what I provide, of course, but still, we get the model with some explanation of what those keywords mean. That's kind of very nice.